All right.
Full house today.
A full house. Dusty, we never get this many people. This is so exciting.
What's up? Special guest.
Yes. Kenny Whitmire in the house.
What's
Welcome
up?
to the pod.
I love it.
Thanks for being here today. So you were just on Show Me St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
How did you think about this TV experience?
Cool. It's y'all are good at your
thank
jobs.
you.
Fast paced. I was telling him I wish I could talk like that.
Have you done a lot of TV stuff?
No, not really. No.
Yeah, well, we're just blessed to have you here.
Yeah.
We're glad you enjoyed the space. This is a new space.
Oh, yeah?
We've only been here since January in this
cool.
particular building. But what's weird is it was Dusty's old office.
Yeah.
That's what we were telling him. Like, our studio was literally next door, and then we got to talking because
Yeah.
he came through on that other radio tour. It was May of 24, and he actually stopped by the news station. So now he's been in both stations.
He's been in
essentially.
both.
Wow.
But that's the kind of the cool backstory because I mean you started as a musician. You started, you were out doing radio tours, shows, things like that in a band, and then getting in. But you were always an artist. You always wanted to kind of have your own.
That's the reason I moved to Nashville, was to be an artist and a songwriter. But I was just trying to be in music, just get my foot in the door any way possible. I started writing with Austin, and he became a really good buddy of mine. And then he took off with Excuse a Mess, and he wanted me to, for some reason, come play guitar. I didn't play guitar when I went out on the road with him.
You weren't even a guitar player.
I had to
have
buy
to
an electric.
learn?
I mean, I could strum and sing harmonies, and that was enough for him. I had to learn. I just kind of got thrown in the deep end. But it's
Wow.
kind
Here's
of
three chords. Let's go.
yeah, exactly. But
I didn't
it
know
worked out because I now kind of incorporate guitar playing into my artistry, and like Vince
Yeah.
Gill is one of my heroes. So like playing guitar and stuff like playing telly is, I love it. Yeah.
That's hilarious that you didn't even play guitar. So I want to take back you. I mean, you had mentioned, and I read this about you, that you left college after, was it one semester?
Mm-hmm.
And then you moved to Nashville.
Yep.
So was that an easy decision? Was there a lot of anxiety behind that?
There was definitely, a lot of anxiety. My dad is a musician, bass player and guitar player, and he kind of stepped away from it. He was signed to a little record deal in Atlanta with a Christian rock band when he was my age.
Yeah.
And he stepped away from it because he had kids. I ruined it for him. Really, my older sister.
Dad's
but-
gonna love you.
Yeah.
Hopefully he
I
doesn't
know.
watch this.
It's paying off now.
But no, he was always super supportive. So
Yeah.
I took a semester off of college
Mm.
to start focusing on music, and then took another semester off. And that whole time I was working like heating and air and just playing gigs around town,
Wow.
and then moved to Nashville. Yeah.
Well, that's what I love about people that take that risk is like you just hustle. You hear those stories of just hustling and going for it. And it takes a lot of confidence to like be like, no, like this is what I want to do.
Yeah, it's almost kind of a little crazy.
Yeah.
To think.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many talented people these
Right.
days, and with social media, the door's kind of open for anybody. So
Yeah.
I can see both sides of it.
Mm.
Anybody has the opportunity to do it, but also like anybody. So
Right.
it's a big pot of people that you're competing
Totally.
with. But
Yeah.
They call Nashville a 10-year town because that's the average that it takes for somebody to kind of get their feet going, to kind of just really get going.
Yeah.
But to that social media piece, I mean, that's how, because when I sent you the video, you're like,
Yeah,
that is
so
awesome.
cool.
I mean, the fact that Charlie Puth found you singing and then sent it off. Explain that day and that process, because he posted it at night. The next day, the traction started.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bonkers.
yeah, it was wild, man. Like I said, he commented on the video and then was DMing me and got my number. Started like a group chat with a bunch of label people, and I threw my manager in there because I was like, I don't know what's going on. But he mentioned in the group chat that he had made a video, and I texted my manager on the side. I was like, you think he's going to post something? And he was like, absolutely not. He's just going to send us something probably. And sure enough, that night, I had gone to get dinner and drinks with my wife and got back home and went out on my back deck just to chill a little bit before going to bed, and opened up TikTok, and it was the first thing I saw.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
What a crazy moment.
There is a guitar over here, verse, chorus. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Can
All right,
we?
I mean,
do it.
I don't know what legalities are, but we'll figure it out. Ask for forgiveness, I guess. We got somebody
getting
over
the
here.
okay.
John's saying we're good. So.
We're getting the okay.
We'll see what this 3:45 wake up this morning does to my voice. Temperatures falling, they're calling for snow. Meanwhile in La Jolla, the sun's sinking low. She's got a smile on, she's happy and free. Salt in her hair, sand on her feet. I never hated California till it took her away. I gave her the moon, stars in the sky, 3-acre view, and my heart for life. If Tennessee had a coast, she wouldn't have run. What more could I do? I gave her the moon, she wanted the sun. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And for somebody that never really played guitar before, it's like,
Right.
okay, all right, I see you.
I know. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I've actually had that song stuck in my head all morning.
Hey,
It's a
go on.
vibe. Like
It's
there's
so
something
beautiful.
about it. So we were at meetings in Nashville in February, and some heads of the label, they were telling us, they go, so we're getting ready to sign this guy. This story is kind of unconventional on the signing.
Yeah.
And we do hear that a lot, where it's like, oh, it's, we found this person on TikTok.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to lie, at first, like, a lot of us kind of think, oh, it's going to be that.
Right.
But then also, hearing the backstory, like, my mind also changed today, Kenny, by the way, because like he's been in the business for a bit anyway. Like, he's been in it, he's been doing it. He's actually kind of been sent through the ringer in different ways because he's been on the radio tours before.
Right.
But then when they played this song, everybody's jaw hit the floor because
Yeah, it's beautiful.
you can't deny what that is.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It was awesome. So
Thank you. Thank
well
you so
done.
much.
They made a good choice.
They
Yeah.
did. They
Oh.
did. And I think it's really a testament, I mean, to the fact that Charlie Puth did see that video, and he was like, oh, we got to do something with this. That's obviously a testament to the gift that you have, because he's online. He sees a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as Taylor Swift says, I think Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I had to throw that.
I mean,
I had to
so
throw that.
Taylor gets brought up usually it's Taylor that gets brought up on the podcast,
Yeah.
or my age.
Those are the two things.
We might get there.
Yeah. Well,
We'll get there. Well, yeah, because I'm not even gonna bring it up. Never mind. He made me feel old earlier.
Oh, what? When I said when I was
Spill the
born?
beans.
Yeah, when you said the year you were born, I was like, oh, thanks.
What were you doing that year? We don't have to get
Graduated high school.
Okay.
oh, gasps.
Oh,
Trepane's over there laughing.
So like
because,
couple bad
it's-
bad decisions. You could have been my dad.
Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean,
That's great.
that would be. That's
great.
wild to think about. I don't even know where to go from there. We're just gonna. Wow.
That's funny. Okay, I would love to hear about. No, it is funny. You mentioned that your dad, he did play the guitar. He is a musician.
Yes, ma'am.
So is that where a lot of this love for music comes from?
Oh,
you think?
absolutely, yeah. He was also a pastor growing up, so I played in church. So yeah, I was just kind of always around. There was always guitars laying around or a bass. He would kind of switch back and forth. He would sell all of his guitar gear and buy bass gear, and then sell all of it, buy guitar gear. He just kind of would go back and forth. But yeah, it was always around. He was really the only person in the family that did music.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely where the dream started.
And I mean, I know we keep bringing up Charlie here, but really focusing on you here. With the Charlie video, he kind of broke down like the science of making a song, which really stood out, especially for someone like ourselves who don't make music.
Right.
And I was telling her, I'm like, what in the world? Like, I mean, the vocals and like, you know, like little hi-hats and stuff. So walk us through, you know, what goes through song making, you know, from this song. You're married, so clearly you haven't lost your woman, but like what goes into like writing songs and, you know, with like just different instruments and things that you hear?
Yeah, I mean, it never really happens the same way twice,
Yeah.
at least for me, and I think that goes for most people. I mean, as far as writing songs, most of the time I start out with an idea, you know, a title or something, and I guess these days I am a guitar player, so I just sit around and noodle on guitar till I find something and start humming along, and then just try to go from there. I mean, there's so many fantastic songwriters in Nashville that I am lucky enough to get to work with, and I Gave Her the Moon with Lynn Hutton and Cam Newby. They're two veteran, incredible songwriters in town, and it's just most of the time you just get lucky enough to be in the room that particular day with people that really know what they're doing. Because I definitely wouldn't still say that I mean, I love writing songs, but I wouldn't call myself a songwriter, you know, compared to so many people in town.
Definitely. You're very humble, very, very humble. You know, a lot of artists, I feel like, you know, just throw it out and like, you know, it's just me, but you're very humble. You know, I'm blanking right here. There was a question I have for you, right? But, you know, when it comes to, I'm blanking. I literally lost my question there.
Well, that's okay
Yeah, I
because
lost my question.
we're not going anywhere, so you still have
yeah.
plenty of time. But I
It'll spark.
selfishly would love to hear about the songs that are coming out. This will actually be released on Friday, so it will be on the day.
Oh, sweet.
So tell us a little bit about what people can. I'd love to hear the behind the scenes.
Yeah, so the title track the EP is called Fool in a King Size Bed. I wrote that with one of my heroes, Red Akins. So that was really cool to get to do. We had a retreat for me to write songs for a project a few months ago, and he came out to the cabin we were staying at.
That's got to be a geek mode to sit there and write with Rhett.
Insane, dude. I mean,
Thomas Rhett's dad, first
Yes.
off. But then how many number ones do you think he's even tied to at this point?
there's no telling.
It's unreal.
20s, 30s probably, yeah.
I mean, just bonkers.
But then he's my hero from That Ain't My Truck, and you know, I'd break for brunettes, all his old 90s stuff as an artist. But he threw out that title. He was sick as a dog when he came out to the cabin, but he still showed up. He was there to write. And there's funny, I could show y'all the work tape of the day we wrote it. He's like, during the solo section of the song, he ran to the kitchen and he's coughing his head off.
Oh my God.
But such a cool experience, and I just thought that was a really neat title for an EP.
Right.
And it's a super sad song. Sad songs make me happy. I love traditional sad songs.
I'm a Taylor Swift fan. I love sad songs. Make me feel something.
Exactly.
And there's nothing better than a sad country song. I tell you what, they hit so different.
Come on. I love it.
How many songs are on the EP?
7.
You got 7?
I believe 7 or 8. I forget sometimes.
But I mean, that's exciting for it to drop, finally get out. Are you going to be kind of like checking everybody's comments on it? Or are you more of like I'm just gonna put this into the universe and not look?
It depends. Usually when I'm on the road, it's just kind of putting it out and not looking because we're so busy, and I love being present and hanging out with the guys. Especially, I mean, we just started hitting the road with the full band, so it's still like partying every night because we're so excited to be doing it.
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting at home, if I was just sitting at home doing nothing, I'd be, refreshing it every 5 seconds.
What would be do you have a preferred road snack, road drink, being out on the tour? Obviously out with Billy Curry to Kip Moore, St. Louis Music Park tonight. So what is like the preferred?
I usually get me a little White Monster. I love coffee, but it's not nearly as, I don't know, I feel like it's just easier to run into the gas station and grab a White Monster.
That's real.
Which is not healthy, probably. Not good for my heart, but we'll get there one day.
Yeah.
And then usually there's some beef jerky or like one of those roller dogs, We're
It's a simple guy.
We're road dogging it.
It's a simple guy.
We're road dogging it.
Well, what I love too about your story, and I would love for you to shed some insights on, is things really changed overnight in some ways. I know Dusty was mentioning that you've been at this for a long time, but your career here, how is that? I mean, you're working with Rhett Akins in this cabin with all these really incredible writers. Is that sort of like a pinch me moment?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's something I've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
Even it was right under 4 years when stuff started happening for me. So just those 4 years of being in town, dreaming of,
Right.
you know, I would be out on the road with Austin, and I was super happy for him. Like, he's one of my best friends, but there was always a part of me being like, dang, I wish this was happening for
Right.
me. And he would write this song with so-and-so and so-and-so, and I'm like, dang, I wish, you know,
Yeah.
one day that would be so cool to have
Yeah.
that happening for me. So it's definitely a dream
Wow.
come true.
And that was the question, was because we talked about I was like, why am I losing it?
There we go. Glad
It
we
was
asked
the,
it.
you know, because I asked you about, you know, potentially, you know, giving it up.
Mhm.
And, you know, kind of like overnight or throughout the day, you mentioned, you know, Charlie sees this video and, you know, it's now turned into all this. And so, you know, what really like kept you persevering and wanting to, you know, I mean, you from school to moving to Nashville to now it's like, and it's the pinch me moments. Like what was the perseverance that kept you just like, all right, we're sticking this out?
Man, I mean, I guess just not really having a plan B. I'm no good at anything else. I couldn't see myself doing anything. You know, I worked, like I said earlier, I did heating and air for about a year while I was taking those semesters off. I surely wasn't going back to college. It just wasn't for me. So I think I just found something that I enjoyed doing, and I saw, you know, a potential in a future career with it. So, and I'm a believer, you know, so I just trusted my gut and the Lord and just put all my faith in Him, and I just knew that was where I was supposed to be.
Definitely.
You know.
Praise God. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
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 And how does your wife feel about all this?
It's crazy. It's funny, when we first started dating, I was on the road with Austin, so our whole relationship has pretty much been me being gone all the time. So she's very independent, and we've got 3 dogs at the house, and she's got a garden to take care of. So she's got plenty of stuff to keep her distracted while I'm gone. But she thinks it's cool.
Yeah, I bet it's fun to watch your person like reach their dreams.
Just that support system. I mean, that really keeps you going for sure.
Absolutely.
Having people who believe in you just as much as you do.
Yeah, and it's wonderful to have someone like, she's very unimpressed most of the time. Like she's very happy for me.
Right.
But I know that she's definitely with me I mean, I was nobody when we started dating.
She's going to keep you grounded.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's good.
Exactly.
That's
I feel
nice
like
to
that's a
have.
lot of these spouses in the country music format. You look at Thomas Rhett's wife, a great example.
Yeah.
He'll ask her, be like, you know, what was your favorite song on the album? She was like, I never listened to it. Like, and that's
you
the
need someone to keep you humble.
But that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome to see. And well, we were actually reminiscing about the first time you came through with Austin. So to see the difference, to see the change, it's pretty sweet. Congrats on everything. I have to ask, I mean, do you throw a Charlie cover in the set now? I mean, almost feel like
you know,
should.
I was thinking about that. We don't yet, but that would be pretty. I don't.
It would be.
We'd have to figure out the right song to.
What would you throw in
to translate? I don't know, man.
We don't talk anymore.
I mean,
add a countrified. I'm just saying, a countrified version would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, See You Again, kind of in like a ballad world.
Oh,
would be pretty cool. A bunch of steel
Because
guitar.
that's what I love to hear is, and this has been something we've always done, is asking. It's like, all right, what is the cover you play, and how is it like? Because everybody kind of puts their own stank on a cover. What is yours? That is your go-to?
My typical go-to is One More Last Chance by Vince Gill. It's what we end the show with. You want
a little bit, just a little bit.
It's a little high.
Because I was gonna ask if it was actually
I love
Vince
the
or
way
not.
Dusty
Because Vince, I mean, watching that's like a different level of performance and everything. And when you mentioned Vince, I'm like, I wonder if he plays Vince.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. She was standing at the front door when I came home last night. Good book in the left hand and a rolling pin in the right. She said, you come home for the last time with that whiskey on your breath. If you don't listen to my preaching, boy, I'ma have to beat you half to death. Well, give me just one more last chance before you say we're through. I know I drive you crazy, baby, it's the best that I can do. Just some good old boys making noise, I ain't a-running around on you. Give me just one more last chance before you say we're through.
That That is what's up.
Man, it's early.
I'm a
to be
huge
singing
Vince Gill fan,
Gill.
so I mean that's fantastic. Yeah, I mean he's been up since 3:45 and he's ripping Vince.
Right.
Let's go.
We keep being like, play more. It's so exciting. I love to be able to hear it live right here in front of me.
And it also shows. I mean, it's a true art form, and it's something that I also believe that everything happens for a reason. How the career has kind of molded for you. I feel like that's happened for a reason, but it's like you're meant to be here. You're meant to be in this world for sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and
That means
just
the world.
I don't say that to everybody, by the way.
well, and actually, out of everyone at this table, he would be the one to say something like that.
Right.
Dustin's been around for a while. He's a little old.
There it is. Bringing it back around. Love it.
And when you said I could be old enough to be your dad, like here's the funny thing though. I couldn't grow a beard like that. I'm double your age.
Yeah.
Come
Hey,
on.
I've been. I need to go on a little beard treatment to get this spot filled in.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
how mine's all spotty.
Well, what I think is really something is just the way that, and you mentioned your faith and that being sort of your foundation, and that's so clear in the way that you've been able to sort of surrender and receive all of these gifts as gifts from God, and just watching you shine, it's just exciting. So I'm pumped. I'm so excited for you and to watch you just grow. And
Don't forget about us.
yeah, don't forget about us.
This is the most fun I've had.
Oh,
This is
Hey,
awesome.
that's what we strive
I love
for.
it.
That's
There
what
we
we
go.
strive
Perfect.
for. That's what we strive for. Well, thank you again
Thank
for
you.
being here,
Absolutely.
for playing for us. And everyone at home, you can check out kstk.com/show me. You have all that information. Still get tickets tonight. It's the St. Louis
Music Park.
Music
Billy Currington,
Park.
Kip Moore, Kenny Whitmire. I apologize to the other person on the bill. I forgot who it was.
Well, there we
I
have
think
it.
there might be one.
folks.
Or no,
think
it's
it's
just
the
you
three of us.
three.
Yeah.
It's just you three.
Yeah, you
the
got
other
it.
one, it's never mind. We'll edit that post.
All right, that's a wrap.
Oh.